finally made a decision to record, document the completion of this very long build of this 1970 Mustang convertible. I've been on this one for 15 years. Admittedly, many of those years it's just sat here sobbing, unloved, and I've been busy with life. But now we've got a deadline. I've got 4 more months to get this finished and on the road for a bride's special day. Someone very dear to me, a family member, so it's time to get this done. Can't let her down. So, in the last month, bodywork's now completed. The shell is now in paint. That's a base and clear paint job. It's in Calypso Coral, or Poppy Red as many would know it. It does look like a 1970 Mustang convertible. All the gaps, all the seams, everything's flowed, all the gaps are set at 4mm, all the body lines run perfectly, which is better than the 1970 Mustang convertible had. That's where a lot of time's gone in. But other than the wheels, she looks quite standard. But it's really not. But I'll show you why. It all starts under here. This engine bay was completed 4 years ago, so it's a bit dusty. But it is a 1993 Mustang 50, Mustang GT 50 engine block, and crankshaft and conrods. Machine 30 over, 10 under for the crank, but everything else is new. Brand new trick flow heads, intake, cams, whole kit, and a Vortech V2 supercharger fitted. Loads of work to get all that into this engine bay, despite this block being very similar to the originals. Custom exhaust all the way through, loads of custom touches. We're doing future videos of how to get this in, make it usable. You notice that's not a Mustang alternator, that's not a Mustang brake booster. None of these part off-the-shelf kits. These conversions are done regularly, but I've designed, researched, fabricated every part of the modifications of this car. None of the modifications have changed the car. I've literally been one handful of holes drilled for the rear suspension, but I'll show you what's going on. Because to handle this much power, I felt the original Roman cart rear suspension and drum brakes just wasn't going to cut it. So I CAD designed and built a front subframe which bolts to all of the original chassis mounting points, but it now has double wishbone front suspension with coilovers, rack and pinion steering, electric steering column, big old anti-sway bar. All fitted, all totally custom, massive great brakes. So a 17-inch wheel is the smallest wheel we can now fit. This is the size of the big old brakes, hence the big old brake booster. On the rear end the same's occurred, so we've got a custom designed, built rear subframe, again mounting on all of the original mounting points. So this is a 5-link adjustable rear suspension. Custom exhaust wrapping underneath, limited slip differential, big old brakes. So, well, it won't drive like a 1970 Mustang convertible. And that should be really good news, because they really don't drive that well. So we're nearly there. New roof will go on once the paintwork's finished. The interior is finished, but it's just been removed. It's a full leather, custom interior, electrics, heated, you name it, it's gone it. I've built, this took a long time, a complete custom dashboard. It looks stock, it looks original, but it's all electronic computer controlled. It controls many of the functions of the car. So what's next? Well, the shell's in paint. These panels need painting. So the first one will be the trunk lid. So we'll get that painted today, tomorrow, finished hopefully. Then that can go on. The back end can be built. Please subscribe. Hang around. Watch the progress, the stress, the tears. I'm sure there's going to be tears. There's going to be late nights. And we'll get this 1970 Mustang convertible finally back on the road. So, as I said, please subscribe and we'll see you on the next one.